What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Chuds BBQ. My name is Bradley Robinson, and today I'm going to show you how I made these beautiful, delicious, cheesy, porky, juicy, amazing Cubano Smashburgers. That's right, folks, we're making some Cuban bread burger buns and filling it with a pork Smashburger, Swiss cheese, mustard, pickles, and some ham for the ultimate Cubano Smashburger. Look how flat it is, and it smells so good. Coming up! This is some meat. Pat it dry. And what I've got here is some chunks of some pork butt as well as some pork belly, which should work out absolutely perfectly for what we're doing today. And that's because today we're going to be making a Cubano Smashburger, where we're going to take everything I love about the Cuban sandwich and make a cheeseburger out of it. And a traditional Cubano is Cuban bread, yellow mustard, mojo marinated pork, some ham, Swiss cheese, pickles, a little more mustard, and then it's all pressed kind of panini style. And we're going to keep pretty much everything the same for the burger, except for the mojo marinated pork, we're going to swap out with a pork burger patty, because that sounds really tasty to me, and this should be a really tasty burger. And if you haven't seen my Cubano episode, I highly recommend checking it out. I'll throw a link in the corner right now. I've actually made it twice, one with regular mojo marinated pork, and another one with crispy skin pork. That one was fantastic, but it's really a fantastic sandwich. Savory in all the right directions, and sometimes it just hits the spot. But just like any other time we're making burgers or sausage or something, I like to grind my own meat, so I'm gonna get this all cubed up so it fits down our meat grinder a little bit easier and chills down in the freezer a little bit quicker. And just like that, all cubed up. So now I'm going to park this in the freezer for the next 30-40 minutes to get nice and cold. And now that our meat is nice and cold, through the old meat grinder we go. I've got the small die on there, and we're just going to send it through one time. Beautiful, nice clean grind on that, looking very nice. So I'm gonna go ahead and give this a quick little mix to make sure all the fat is evenly distributed and work the meat just a little bit so it's not too crumbly, but definitely don't wanna overwork it. And then we're gonna form these into some 1/4 pound meatballs. Something like that. And you could make these patties as big or as small as you like, but I think a 1/4 pound is a good size because we are gonna be putting ham on this after all, so I definitely don't wanna make it too big. And I love a little 1/4 pounder. But now, we repeat, until we've got Meatball Mountain. Beautiful. And now, we're gonna get these pressed out into some patties. So, patty wax goes down, meatball right on top, another piece of patty wax, and we press. For a beautiful looking pork burger. And just like that, all pressed out, looking absolutely beautiful. So now I'm gonna park these in the fridge until we need them. Next up, let's go ahead and knock out some Cuban bread burger buns. Starting with some warm water, our sugar, and our yeast. And give that a quick little mix. And then in with our bread flour. And let that come together. And once that's come together, in we go with some lard, as well as our kosher salt. And now we're gonna need this for about 6 minutes. And once you've got a nice smooth dough ball, into a grease bowl we go. I'm gonna cover this up and let this rise for the next hour to 90 minutes. And once our dough has doubled in size, out it comes. Boop. Looking absolutely beautiful. And now I'm going to portion this into some 95-gram dough balls. And then we're going to grab a dough ball and form all the seams to the bottom, pinching everything shut, and then give it the old table roll for a nice smooth-topped ball, like that. And once all balled up, I've got these on a sheet tray with a little bit of cornmeal down there to add some texture to the bottom. Now I'm going to cover these up and let these rise for another 45 minutes or so, or until they're doubled in size again. And now that these are looking nice and poofy, I'm going to pop them into a 350-degree oven for probably about 15-20 minutes. Just like this, no egg wash for these. I want these to come out a little bit on the blonder side. So just going in raw dog. And just like that, fresh out of the oven, these are looking absolutely beautiful, smelling fantastic. Got that nice blonde, pale look to them. So I'm gonna go ahead and park these on a wire rack and let these cool down for a little bit. But they do smell incredible. Next up, let's go ahead and knock out some pickles for these burgers. Starting by going into this jar with some fresh dill, a few cloves of garlic, some yellow mustard seeds, and black peppercorns. And a whole bunch of some thinly sliced up cucumber. And for our brine, I've got 1 cup of water and 3 cups of white vinegar. Followed by some kosher salt and some sugar. And we're gonna bring that up to a boil. And once up to a boil and all the salt and sugar have dissolved over the cucumbers we go. And we're not gonna spill a single drop. Oh, yep, immediately. Oh, it's everywhere. Every time. Give that a little shake and let this cool down, and our quick pickles are done. And one last thing we got to knock out before we cook up some burgers is the sauce. And traditionally on a Cubano, it's just straight yellow mustard. But the main difference between this burger and a traditional Cubano is that we're using a pork burger instead of the mojo marinated pork, which is essentially roasted pork that's been marinated with citrus and garlic and other spices. So I think in order to bring some of those flavors back into this burger, I'm just going to doctor up my mustard a little bit. Starting with about a cup of some standard yellow mustard, followed by half a teaspoon of some cumin, 1 teaspoon of oregano, the zest of 1 lime, the zest of 1 orange, and we'll also grate in some fresh garlic as well. And just get that all mixed up. And just like that, our mojo mustard is done. And with all the prep done, I think it's finally time to knock out some Cubano burgers, starting with our lovely bun. And I've made these buns a few times in the past, and I gotta say, I absolutely love them. And I know they're not the most appealing looking bun because they're so pale, you know, they're not that nice, glossy, shiny look to them, but they are absolutely fantastic. Super fluffy, super tasty, very few ingredients, and it's probably the most forgiving dough recipe on the channel. So highly recommend making some of these, especially if you're new to baking. But now I'm gonna go ahead and cut this in half to reveal a beautiful cross section. Now I'm gonna go ahead and toast these off. Got the old Chud press here fired up, and I'm going to give these a quick little dry toast, meaning no butter or oil or anything like that, just to give them a little more structure on the inside so they don't sog out with the sauce and all the juicy meat. Nothing too crazy, just a light toast like that. Should work out perfectly. And then with our Chud press ripping hot, we're going to go ahead and take some of our pork patties, peel the paper off one side, and go ahead and get these smashed down. Let them cook on that side for just a second. Go ahead and peel off this second layer of paper. And go down some seasoning. I'm going on with some Chuds BBQ Bold. Love this stuff. Great on burgers and pretty much everything. I've also got some ham. Picked this up at the store. I'm gonna throw this down, get a light little toast on that going as well. Just some standard thinly sliced up ham. Not trying to get it too crispy or anything, just kind of warm it up, fry it up a little bit, and then go ahead and give these burgers a flip. Oh yeah, look at that. Beautiful crust on that. So pretty. And then we're going to take some of our ham and go right on top of these bad boys. 1 or 2 slices per ought to be enough. I'm also thinking I smashed these down a little too hard because they're looking like they're going to be a lot bigger than the buns, which may not be an issue. And then on top with our cheese. And traditionally, I'm an American cheese on the burger kind of guy, but this is a Cubano, so I wanted to go with Swiss. But then I was at H-E-B earlier, and they now sell a Swiss processed cheese. How convenient is that? It's like it was built for this burger. Gotta love that. And now to build, we've got our lovely bun, previously toasted, and we'll go down with some of our mojo mustard that we just made. Both sides, folks. And if you're a mustard lover, this is the burger for you. And then down with our lovely burger, cheese, and ham. Whew, what a fit. And then on the top bun here, some of our lovely pickles. As many or as few as you see fit. And then we top it all off. And there it is, folks, the Cubano burger that looks oddly like a McMuffin. Burger number 2 is going to be a bit bigger. Liking this mustard though. Chunky mustard. Smells nice and citrusy. Beautiful. And you could be totally done at this stage. I'm sure this would be a fantastic burger as is, but if I'm going to be calling this the Cubano burger, you know we got to press the entire thing. So let's throw it back on the Chud press. Starting out by melting down some butter. Don't be shy. And then we'll take our beautiful burger and throw it down and go ahead and give it a smash. I'm not trying to kill the thing, just flatten it out and toast the bread a little bit. That is looking like a flattened burger. Squeezing my pickles out. There we go. Now it's a weird monstrosity. Looking nice and toasty, nice and melty, so off it comes. Well, to be completely honest with you folks, this is not looking as cool as I thought it would. You know, I was hoping for a nice clean presentation like a Cuban sandwich where it's pressed down and nicely toasted, but just in burger form. But this looks like a burger that got thrown out of a truck and run over a few times, which is kind of a shame. But let's go ahead and get a cross section on it, shall we? Yeah, that doesn't look much better. Maybe a thicker patty was the move after all, because that's not looking like much meat. But either way, when you're looking at them, you know, this one may not be as pretty, but it's definitely going to taste better with that extra toast and extra time on the flat top. So I think we've got to cook this one off too. Gonna go for a lighter smash this time. Yeah, that one's definitely looking a little bit better. Just don't smash the hell out of it. Heard? Yep, that looks pretty tasty. Let's see how it came out. You know, I tend to get a lot of guff on the internet whenever I make a smash burger that's not lacy edged or a meatball going directly onto a griddle, but these are some pork patties that were smashed directly into a griddle, and then I went ahead and smashed the entire burger. So if this isn't a smash burger, I don't know what is, right? But let's see how it came out. Woo! That is absolutely fantastic. Oh, that Swiss American. Definitely keeping some of that around. It's crazy. The first thing I tasted was just straight citrus. That zest in the mustard is doing a lot of heavy lifting. But then you get that beautiful pork burger, Smashburger in there with all that Maillard and that crispy pork fat that tastes like bacon almost. Little sourness from the pickle. That bread just turned into nothing. It looks like a pancake almost. Ham bringing some smokiness. That is absolutely fantastic. And it's so easy to eat. And it tastes remarkably like a Cubano. Well, honestly, this is gonna sound really dumb, but it tastes like a perfect combination between a Cubano and a Smashburger, because that's exactly what it is. So good. That bread is perfect too. So crispy, so flat. And you know, if you don't like a bread heavy burger, this is the burger for you. So glad they had Swiss American, because it's got that goo factor, but all the Swiss flavor. I'll tell you what though, if you do make this for yourself, do about half the amount of zest in the mustard that I did, because it's really nice having the citrus notes in there. Makes it more complex, brings a brightness to the party, but it's a bit overpowering. So maybe like half a lime zest and half an orange zest, so it doesn't overpower the mustard flavor. But either way, it's still fantastic. That is crazy good though. And if you haven't seen my other pork burger video, be sure to check it out, because I was just reminded of it, because a pork burger eats just like a beef burger, obviously, but it's just a lot less heavy, you know? Like I could probably eat way more of these than I could actual smash burgers. That is really good. You know, this may not be the burger I want to eat every single day, but there are many times where I've got a big hankering for a Cubano sandwich, and making a smash burger is a hell of a lot quicker than smoking a whole pork butt. So certainly keeping this one in the rotation. It's really good. There's what's not to like about that, folks. All in all, folks, not the most traditional burger in the world, but super tasty all the same. But with this very last mustard-free bite of pork burger, I think it's time for the official taste test. Woo! Ow! All right, Captain, I don't want to be on camera. What do you think about the pork burger Cubano situation?
It's really good. It's bright.
It's definitely got some zip to her.
I always love the pickle. Now, when I saw these buns, they looked like they weren't baked.
Yeah, they're super pale.
So I was like, I don't know how this is going to turn out, but I forgot that they get pressed.
Yeah, after the toast, they look like normal buns again.
But it's like everything's very staying in there.
Yeah, it's honestly reminded me a lot of the Crunch Wrap.
I was going to say that, but I wasn't sure if that was rude.
No, I'm a big fan, though. You should try one of those buns by themselves, because I said it 1,000 times. They don't look great, but they taste super good. They're real fluffy, simple. Where does it live in the world between burger and Cubano?
It's definitely some sort of hybrid.
I know.
Because it's the same shape, but flat, and the meat is ground. Yeah, I mean, it's true middle.
Well, that's how you do a, what do you call it? A fusion. Everyone hates that word in the food world.
Yeah.
All right, y'all, and that is it. That is how to make some absolutely fantastic Cubano smash burgers. I highly recommend giving this one a try. You know, if you're a big fan of burgers, which I mean, who isn't? This is a really cool one to have in your arsenal. And if you love a Cubano, this is a great way to get all those flavors in a slightly different form factor. And also, if you're one of those people that watches my videos that thinks one day I'm gonna go through all the effort to make everything from scratch, this is a great recipe to start with, because the bread is super easy, very forgiving. Pickles come together in like 20 minutes. Easy sauce, and you can just buy some ground pork at the grocery store and have this whole thing knocked out pretty quickly. And most certainly something I'm gonna be keeping around and probably gonna have again tomorrow for lunch. But all that being said, if you enjoyed this video, let me know by hitting that subscribe button. Let YouTube know by dropping a like on this video. If you give this recipe a try for yourself, be sure to tag me on Instagram at Chuds BBQ. I'd love to see what y'all are cooking. Big shout out to all the Team Chud members. Thank you for supporting this channel and allowing me to keep making all these videos. And until the next time I see you, please go cook something outside. Peace.